Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to run FastAPI in Google Colab with the help of ngrok. So ngrok provides us public host URL so we can run FastAPI in Google Colab because we cannot run localhost URL in Google Colab. So that's why we are using ngrok, and I will make a simple CRUD operation with FastAPI. So let's see how we can do this. Now let's see the code, then we will see how to do that, how to make it. So this is the code, I have add py ngrok, sql chemi, pydantic, uvicon and FastAPI. Then this is the simple CRUD operation. Let's execute this, and this is the URL of ngrok. Let's open it and let's visit site, and let's add the docs because it is a swagger URL of FastAPI. And these are the APIs, these are the endpoints of CRUD operation like get, post, get and put. Okay, let's run this one by one. Let's first add the data by the post API. Let's execute it, and it is executed. Okay, we have an issue. I think we have already added this data, so let's add another video. It's another data. Mhm. Okay, email is already in the database, so let's another email. Okay, we have added successfully. Now let's get this. So this is the data we have entered in our database, and now let's see how we can run this in Postman with this curl. So we just need to copy this curl from here and then go to Postman app, paste this curl here, and let's run this. So we have executed this successfully in Postman also by the curl, and now here we can also run this URLs. Let's run the put URL, put API in the Postman. Let's run this. So we have successfully updated the first user ID, first user ID data, and now let's run this in Postman. Copy the curl and add a new section and paste the curl over here. Let's run this. So this is the response. We have successfully executed that here also. And let's see the header sections. Header is accept and content type, application JSON, and body is also we are selecting raw JSON data here. So this is the put API we can also execute in Postman from the Swagger UI. Now let's see the how we can get the URL of ngrok. So we can convert our localhost URL into public so anyone can use it. So this is the, let's go to the ngrok website. This is the ngrok website, and if you are new to here then sign up, and I have already signed up, so I will log in it. So this is the interface, and now here you will get the API key. So this is the API key, so you just need to copy from here. And then if you are running something, if you are running a port in your local system like 8000 or 800, so you just need to add this command. You just need to run this command in the terminal section, like I will show you how to run that. Let's add a new terminal. So you just need to add the, if you are running a localhost URL in your system, then you just need to add this command. and your port name, port number, like 5000, 8000, or anything, and then enter. Then ngrok will give you a public url of that. So anyone now, with this url, anyone can access your api or your code, api code. So this is how you can made, and that's what I do in Google Colab also. Now let's understand the code. So first, see the installations like FastAPI, Unicon, SQL Chemi, Pydantic, and PY ngrok. Then Pydantic email. Then PY ngrok. This is the API I have added here. Yeah, so we need to add the API here. And then the CRUD operation, simple CRUD operation, and Pydantic for data validation. And this is the URL. This is the temporary database we have created here. And this is the session maker session, we are creating the session. And this is pydantic class for data validations and simple CRUD operation. And these are the apis for get, post, and put. Nothing much in the code. And we have added this section for getting the url with the uvcon. And this is the host name. I have also added the host name and port, and reload false. And the threading, we also need to add the threading here. So here is the need of threading. So threading help us to perform background tasks or to do multiple tasks. So I have imported threading from import threading and import uvcon. So threading help us to do multiple tasks in the background, multiple tasks at the same time, and also help us to do background tasks. So this is necessary to use threading if we are running APIs in Google Colab. So that's why we use threading here. Otherwise, our cells will stuck. So that's why we need to use threading here in Google Colab to run the API. And the rest of the code is just the same. Like we are connecting ngrok with the URL, with the number, with this port number, and then these are the APIs. So this is the simple CRUD operation we have performed, and this is how we can run our fast API in Google Colab with the help of ngrok. Simply we can run this. That's it from this video, guys. If you learned something new from this video, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.